And after being halted in 2020 due to COVID-19, the Slave Route Challenge makes a return to the streets of Cape Town with the purpose of raising awareness about the history and heritage of Cape Town. A historic part of Cape Town was built by those who were enslaved from Indonesia and Malaysia. The Slave Route Challenges features several of Cape Town's iconic landmarks along the route, starting from the City Hall to the finish of the Grand Parade. I know my colleague Atule Joka is getting ready with another colleague of ours, Lukhanyo Mazantsana. They are covering the story for us, and I know that they're getting ready to give us an undertaking and let us know about how the ceremony is going on right now, and it looks like he's ready right now. Atule, thank you so much for joining us on the agenda. Talk us through about the race and a little bit about its history and also the winners.
Well, morning, Diabo. Today it was a fun run, quite a unique, fun race. We've seen quite a multidisciplinary and multi-ethnicity and diverse number of people coming from different walks of life taking part in this particular race here in the Western Cape. It's called the Slave Race Route, which takes place through all the historic sites here in the Western Cape. You might help but wonder if Western Cape is like a crime scene as you are reading through that route that these racers were going to participating in this morning. They started in front of the City Hall, running through to District 6. This is where most slaves that came through to South Africa were living, and in other places like your gardens, they were running through the slave trees where slaves used to be put and be sold. So they ran through all these historic and significant sites where slaves used to be kept to try and reflect on the past of South Africa and the colonial past, which was very hectic, which was very sad. But I will be joined by Mr. Ahmad Jacobs, who is the organizer of this event. Mr. Ahmad, just talk to us about the importance as to why you named this particular race as a slave race route.
Good morning to you. Yes, we call it the Slave Route Challenge because 11 years ago, when we established a race for our club, we were thinking of what and where would we pitch a race for the club. And then, coming from a historic background, we then, at the time, with our founder of our club, member Farouk Bayer, decided to call this a Slave Route Challenge, and we identified all the iconic slave sites, as you have mentioned, which is the City Hall here, District 6, the gardens, and also the Gallows Hills and the Ezekiel museums as well, where most of the slaves, and especially in the gardens, where they went to fetch water, walking from the castle to the gardens to fetch water for their masters. Those are examples of what the slaves used to do in our country. But that is how we got to this iconic race and call it the Slave Route Challenge. And the city is very happy to be a partner with us in this race. And they have now recognized it as one of the events of the year and added to the events calendar. But the Slave Route Challenge, we are in the 11th year of the Slave Route Challenge. The Brimstone Iteko Sports Athletic Club has been established 12 years ago, and this is our 11th Slave Route Challenge race.
Just coming back to now, we see quite a number of diverse people coming from different walks of life taking part in this event. It seems now that more people are participating. It's not only those that were affected, it's quite a broader sort of perspective.
Yes, this was the idea of establishing the race, is to get a broader community, not only for our previously disadvantaged runners, but also to get other runners as part of the Western Cape to be part of this, to learn about our historic cultures, about the slaves, that slave history, so that they can also learn about it. And that was to broaden and to know, to get to people to know it. So that's why we established a half marathon, which is a 21 kilometer. We established a 10 kilometer run and a 10 kilometer walk and a 5 kilometer fun run. So So, and the pinnacle of our race is obviously running through the Bull Cup, which is also a very historic area of Cape Town. And we call it the Cook Sister Hill, which is up. You go up Penn Street, which is a hectic hill, and when you get to the top of Penn Street, everybody gets a sister on that hill. So that is also one of the landmarks of this race.
I see there was a prize giving as well. What are the prizes?
Yeah, so we have a prize giving for the 21k. We have prize giving for the 10k and for the fun. So we also have fun run. So we have excuse me. We have prizes worth to the value of 34,000 rand.
Thank you so much.
I was a thank you for the opportunity, and please be assured that next year join the slave route, as we started with 2,000 runners in our first run. This year now our first run after COVID, and we've achieved 7,000 runners.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmad Jacobs, just taking us down memory lane as to when they started, saying this is the 11th edition of the Slave Route Challenge, inviting us again to come through next year. But prizes are being won now. There were different categories, 5 kilometers, 10 and 21 kilometers. So some of the people that won in those categories are being given prizes behind me. But I will try and speak to some of the participants who took part in this sort of competition to talk to us about their experience. I have here members of Langa Athletics Club. Ma'am, you took part in this competition. Just talk to us about your experience here today.
Okay, my name is Kaliwe Tibula. I'm from Time Bank Langa Athletics Club. The experience was phenomenal. It's been 2 years since this kind of race has stopped. I was partaking in 10Ks, and it was 10Ks run and 21Ks run. So most of our runners were doing 21Ks. It was quite exciting. Taking all the hills, and there was Cooksaster Hill.
I understand you also ran through some historic routes, and also who did you run with? I see you have your team around here as well, and you introduce your team.
Okay, this is the Time Bank Langa. This is one of our captains, Umulibatsi Matsube. I ran with Ntabisang. She was quite amazing. She got a PB today, and all these guys were doing 21, but we got back into running. The vibe is still there, and we are conquering all these hills. It was exciting to go through all these sites of heritage to pass them through. Yes.
Also, I see people are excited. As you said, it was quite a vibe. We also have Umulebatsi here, who's also the captain of the team. Talk to us, how was it leading the team in this historic race here today?
Now the race was nice. It's tough. There's a lot of uphills, but a lot of historic places to pass on route. It was a very nice route. Nice morning, nice weather. It was proper.
And for the team, what to next?
Next is UWC, and then we're working towards Cape Town Marathon.
Yeah. Guys, how was today's race?
Awesome! One word, yes.
How did you prepare for this race?
Yeah, it's just doing small runs, 5Ks, 6Ks during the week, once or twice. And then that.
And also from here, where to from now?
I'm ready for books. I don't think I'll do UWC. I'll do books.
Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy. Well, Tiabo, those were some of the participants here that took part in this race. We understand it is quite historic. It comes from a sad past of apartheid. They ran through some of the very historic sites here. We understand that District 6 used to keep some of the people that were enslaved, that came from that are of the Indonesian and Malaysian descent, that came here to South Africa to be enslaved, to be workers. We understand they ran through some of the historical sites, such as a site where they used to pump water for the colonial masters, a site where the bell used to be rang for the employees of the masters to come and work. So they ran through those sites to just reflect on that past, to also celebrate it. But today it is quite multi-diverse, multi-ethnicity, and also quite multicultural people have come to take part in this event. As you can see that people are enjoying and just relishing those moments of a very sad past, but they are now enjoying and also taking part in a very quite inspiring and a way that they can enjoy, which is running the best way they know how.
Thank you so much, Atule. I can definitely see that it's quite a vibe out there. The weather is sunny and beautiful, and we are very grateful that COVID-19 is behind us. 2 years that race has not been taking place, but today the participants were able to reflect on it and enjoy it once again. That was Atule Joka on the Slave Route Challenge in Cape Town. As I said, it had been halted in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic.